Welcome to Aguas, Chicas, DFW, a pop-up business that's redefining refreshment with authentic, handcrafted aguas frescas. Behind this vibrant venture is a dynamic sister duo with a passion for flavor and community. Meet Vicki and Sophie, the creative team behind Aguas, Chicas, DFW. Their mission? To bring a taste of tradition to the people of Dallas, one cup at a time. With bold flavors and fresh ingredients, their drinks have quickly become a favorite among farmers markets, visitors, and other events where they pop up. But while the business is thriving here, they know there's room to grow. Right now, the sisters are limited by their pop-up setup, which makes it difficult to reach events and expand their customer base. To take Aguas Chicas DFW to the next level, they need a more mobile solution. From festivals to private events, the potential for growth is endless. But turning their dream of a mobile business into a reality will take the right plan and a little extra support. Join us as we dive into the story of Aguas Chicas DFW and help these chicas take their passion for aguas frescas beyond the farmers market and area events. Will they find the solution they need to make their business truly mobile? In the heart of the Dallas farmers market, where fresh produce meets entrepreneurial dreams, there's a little stand making a big splash.
Aguas Chicas literally was a vision that we've been manifesting, I want to say since we were 15 years old, because Sophie and I both started working when we were 15, and we knew we were going to be our own bosses. We knew we were going to eventually start a company, start a business where we were both going to do something amazing together. So it really came at an opportunity when markets and pop-ups were just thriving across DFW, and we were seeing that small businesses were thriving under a canopy tent, and not necessarily like you have to have a brick and mortar, you have to have, like an actual roof over your head to begin a business. So we were peeping the game. We were peeping, what other small businesses were doing, especially minorities. We love seeing the minority community grow in the small business world. So we're like, okay, what can we do? Do we want to tap into food? Do we want to tap into drinks? Do we want to tap into, selling and making things? And eventually we were like, we got to get into the drink world. We got to get into the food and beverage world. Sophie has a strong background in restaurant hospitality management, and I really took her lead on what we can create, how could we fit in, and what was missing at some of these markets. So Agua Frescas, an over-the-top pop-up drink experience, is how we created Aguas Chicas DFW. We literally took a recipe that we've been making in our family and started just adding a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make it out of the box pizzazz, and then slowly started to grow our audience and know who we were selling to and where we wanted to go. So being, the visionary behind the project along with my sister and seeing where we're at now, it's absolutely crazy because it just started off as a side hustle and now it's an official small business. Right, so an agua fresca is translated to fresh fruit waters in English. So in Mexico, the authentic true recipe is a nice fruity sweet drink. How we stand out from other agua fresca vendors is that we use more of the fruit, the natural sweetness of the fruit, and then we add sugar as needed. So it's still a really nice, refreshing taste, and still kind of true to what the origin of a Mexican agua fresca is, but it's more of the refreshing part. It's more of just wanting to use more of the natural fruit flavors, the fruit, sweetness of it, and not so much sugar. A drink that we created on our menu is a Topo Chica. So we use, sugar is such a, people are so worried about their sugar intake. And we did a lot of markets where people were not drinking our drinks because they're like, oh, we've had agua frescas, they're so sweet, they're so sugary. So we were like, how can we get them to come to us? Yeah, how can we get them? Right. How can we get them to come to us and show them that you can still have this refreshing, nice drink, but not have so much sugar? So that's where the Topo Chica was created, where it's half Topo Chico mineral water and you blend it with your choice of an agua fresca. So it's a nice sugary, it's a nice sweet, bubbly, refreshing drink, but not so much sugar. And that's one of the drinks that helped us get some recognition and a spotlight from Topo Chico. I don't know where to start. As a small business owner, as a new entrepreneur, there's so many challenges that we face on a daily basis, but I think it's also more of us questioning our logistics, questioning our management, questioning what we're not doing to bring in that traffic, and how we can get to our goal a little faster, to become mobile. You know, we feel like there's a lot of events that could use a mobile drink vendor, especially around our unique agua fresca drinks. And the challenging part with that is also on how to keep that capital and to get more capital to get to our big goal, our big dream of having a mobile van, being at, you know, AT&T Stadium, Texas Live. Texas Live, is that what it's called?
Yeah. The one
Okay, Texas Live. Okay, Texas Live. Or even being like at the Dallas Zoo, or being a permanent vendor like at the Dallas Arboretum. It's really cool because we have the privilege of choosing wherever we want to be at, any city we want to pop up in. One of our favorite places is here at the Dallas Farmers Market, Dallas Arboretum, Clyde Park, Grandscape in the Colony. We're trying to build a partnership with the Dallas Zoo, so we're manifesting that for 2025. And then catering, you know, now we're doing catering. Catering wasn't even an option or an idea for us until somebody was like, hey, we want to book you to come to our job and serve drinks. And we're like, oh, yeah, yes, we could do that. Let's add catering to the list. It's exciting because my sister and I, we've already been mentally creating our vision boards, and we have some big goals. I mean, besides having a mobile service, besides having like a mobile van, truck, being at the State Fair. State Fair is top 3 goals on our list for the both of us. Not only will it secure, you know, getting a concession stand will verify, you know, our work and our business and our drink, but financially it would help us. It would help our family, would help, you know, employ our family to do something big with us. So we're aiming and we're working towards having something at the State Fair.
Today we snuck up on Vicki and Sophie, the owners of Aguas, Chicas, DFW, who regularly pop up here in the Dallas Farmers Market. Their brand has become a local fave and the community wants more. These ladies are stumped on how to mobilize their business. So we're bringing back top business advisor Cynthia Nevels to see how she can help. Hey, Cynthia.
Hi, Veronica.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
So what do you think?
I am excited to meet these two sisters. They have been traveling across the DFW serving their fresh aquas, and I want to help them figure out how they can build more of a customer base and serve more and expand their brand.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see how you can help them out.
Me too. Thank
Have
you.
fun.
All right. Hi, Vicki. It is so wonderful to be here today with you at the Dallas Farmers Market.
I'm so excited to be here with you. We've been waiting for this moment to finally meet you and for you to help us and for us to just see where this will take our business next year.
So we're here at the Farmers Market where I got my start almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
With my pop-up. And so you are participating in a pop-up trial program at the Dallas Farmers Market. Tell me more about this.
Yes, so the Made Markets is an awesome program that Dallas Farmers Market created to help give smaller businesses a platform to shine here on weekends, monthly. And it's been really phenomenal program because as a new small business, it really gives us a chance to be in action every single weekend, meet their guests, but also help us logistically figure out any like weak points or give us a place where we can like showcase our menu. We do a lot of awesome over-the-top agua frescas. Our pop-up drink experience now has a spot where we can be at weekly. So this whole trial Made Market program, we hope it can lead into having a permanent spot here next year.
So that's your goal, is to eventually find a permanent location, but also go mobile. Is that correct?
Cynthia, you nailed it. When we first created this was just a side hustle between my sister and I. We're like, okay, let's see where this takes us. Let's see where our agua frescas will, you know, it's going to pay the bills basically, because this is what it is. It started off as a side hustle and now it's turned into a full-time small business. So we're on the hustle, we're on the grind to make this a permanent thing where, you know, this could be we could bring in our nieces, our cousins, our moms, our aunts, you know, anybody to come and really turn it into a family business.
So what are some of the trials that you have experienced as you began, and how long ago did you begin, did you launch the
Right.
startup. How long ago did it take? Nope. How long ago did you start Aquas
Right.
Frescas?
So we started my sister and I, Sophie, we co-founded and created Aguas Chicas DFW in spring 2023.
Okay.
So I live in Oak Cliff. My sister lives in 40. So we were like, let's go pop up at Keys Park. Let's test out our recipes. Let's test out our setup, and let's test out, how well we work together and how well we think we know what we're doing, but maybe there might be some kinks in it. And we just gave out a lot of agua frescas and just getting people's opinion, because agua fresca is a traditional beloved drink from Mexico.
Okay.
It's fruit based, it's water, sugar, and it's translated to fresh fruit waters. So being in Oak Cliff, where it's very Hispanic heavy, Mexican heavy, Latin heavy, we wanted to do justice to the drink, but we also wanted to do it with a twist where it was our own creation. So we wanted to give out free agua frescas to get people's opinion on our recipe. Is it too sweet? Is it this? Is it that? To find our soft spot. So once we were doing that for a few times, we found our medium, we found our recipe, and we stuck with it. So we started to add in like chamoy, tajin, boba to give it more of the over the top, adding more fresh fruit, adding popsicles, adding, spices to give it more of that out of the box agua fresca look and feel.
Okay. And so with that, you've been able to build a rapport with your customer base.
Oh my
who
goodness.
comes to find you wherever you're popping up.
It feels so good when people are like, I follow you on social media, and now I get to finally try your drinks. My friend, saw you at Dallas Arboretum, and now we're here to see you at Grandscape. We saw you at Clydeborn Park. We're so happy that you're at our business catering. So to get that reaction, that's what really drives my sister and I to keep the business going. But there's been a lot of markets where money is not coming through. Sales are low, and we start to question, okay, what can we do to drive more sales? What can we do to have more of a outstanding present drive? Are we not posting enough on social media? Do we need to partner with food bloggers, influencers? Do we need to do ads to bring those sales up? Because that's the challenging parts that mentally it's really hard for us.
I can understand that. So what do you think is the cause for that? When you have the dip in the sales, because there isn't that traffic coming through.
That's where we need your help.
Yeah.
That's where we need your help. Because we look at past sales. We're like, okay, this week last year, we're down 75%. Is it the weather? Is it, because there's so many other drink vendors around us? Is it, we start going through all of these things. And I think that's also our inner critic questioning or having us think twice about, what are we doing wrong and where can we improve?
I got you.
And that's where the whole mobile, the whole mobile van, mobile drink truck, mobile trailer, we keep well, what if we had this? Would it be more eye-catching? Would it drive more sales? Because I think we do pretty well with our branding, with our standout colors, and letting people know what they can find here under our canopy.
So I would suspect that you would have a learning curve for new customers who may not be familiar with this cultural drink.
Right.
And then those who are familiar, they have their choice of options that exist.
Very much so.
So I think that the most important thing is, how do you educate that audience that's looking for a new novel drink that is good for you in some ways, and then also that they could have a little bit of fun at the same time. Right. And that's one of the creative things that drive our business, is that we want to be over the top. We want to be out of the box, because when you come to the farmers market, you're going to find 10, 5, 8 other drink vendors, and we want to be that vendor that stands out, where it's going to be something different than getting just a free drink in a cup. It's more of a drink experience for us. So I would suspect that there may be a couple of things. But I think you've started on the right foot by testing the market and making sure that you are utilizing the pop-ups as a mechanism to build a rapport with as large of a customer base as you possibly can. The second opportunity that exists is building a way online for you to maintain that relationship with them post, because social media is not a platform for that. You have to have a means with a CRM system, a customer relationship management
I was like, I don't even know what that means.
when you're collecting information at the point of sale, that you can hold on to it and then keep them warm over time by communicating with them as to where you're going to be, what their drinks are, educating them on the drink and what it means and the flavors, so that they can so that you can be top of mind with them whenever they're looking for an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's something that my sister and I lack in that knowledge of that education. It's simple for us just to put up a tent and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
We have our drinks ready, but there is so much more to continue to bring that engagement in.
Agreed. I think once you build those leads in your CRM system, and you can communicate where you're going to be, mobile makes sense because they can follow you wherever you're going.
Right.
So that they are staying engaged with what's happening with you two as sisters and the brand and the business,
Right.
In the offerings that you have.
And we're continuing to save, a good mobile, it can be really pricey. And since we're still starting off as a small business, and then, when sales are low and it's very easy to get discouraged towards the main goal of our business and what the next phase of our business is. So a lot of times we talk about, if we had a food truck, if we had a drink truck, if we were mobile, would it be different in sales? And then especially when you're around other drink trucks or food trucks and you see them with lines, it's like, what do they have that's attracting them versus, our bright lime green aqua tent and cute little emojis and drink pictures and everything to let people know this is the drink spot.
I hear what you're saying and I understand it. I believe that there has to be an affinity for the brand.
Okay.
And that would be one of the things that you would want to work on by developing a website that has a customer relationship management system on the back end. Something simple, doesn't have to be fancy, but you have to have a method and a way to collect customer information at the point of sale when they're there with you, so that you can communicate with them on a regular basis where you are, what you're doing, and educate them on the product and keep them abreast of your brand and what you're doing on a consistent basis.
Is that kind of like, I guess, like creating like a newsletter and like sending out like an event calendar? Or when you mean by like collecting that data, what do you do with that data?
Sure. So you put that data into some type of system. You segment that data as to perhaps where that customer group came from. So you would label that group and you could email them whenever you're coming back to the Dallas Farmers Market.
Oh,
you would say, I'm
gotcha.
sending an email to them
Okay.
2 weeks and a week in advance.
The wheels are turning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you listening to this? Okay.
And then I would also have a means for booking that's really, really easy. There are so many companies that book brands like this to come out to their corporate sites. But if it's a difficult process in order for them to book with you, or you're not mobile just yet because that's their setup of their market or their event, then being able to at least capture that information so that you can stay warm with them until you get to the point where you make the big announcement that we have wheels now and we're rolling.
Yes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because we, again, we're still learning. And it's just some of these things where I'm just like, I'm going to send them an email. I'm going to tag them in an Instagram post and let them know that we're right outside or something. But that sounds more professional and it sounds more just elevated than a DM.
Yeah, but you're competing with so much noise,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to social media.
Yes.
There's so much that the brain and the consumer is competing against.
Right.
You don't want to get lost in the sauce.
Right.
You want to stand out.
Listen, and we creating that sauce.
Yeah.
we're creating that sauce, and our sauces are flowing, and
Yeah.
we're again, we're really we haven't lost faith in our business, even though we've had some really bad markets and sales, but it's that type of knowledge that we get a lot of we look at a lot of things like on TikTok, again, social media, but this right here in person and hearing and how you break it down is so much easier than seeing something on TikTok.
Yeah. So I'm happy to hear that. So that leads me to one of the things that why we do what we do at the Payoff and with Start.Pivot.Grow is we want to help businesses and the entrepreneurs that are running these businesses access what they need in order to understand how to build a model that actually works, so that you can generate the revenue that can sustain and help you thrive in your business. We also have a wonderful surprise for you all from our partners at the UPS Foundation and Wells Fargo.
Are they here? Are they here? Oh.
No, it's just me. But we're here to provide to you a grant to help you invest in your mobile van in order for you to prepare to serve more and expand your brand awareness across North Texas.
Oh, wow.
I hope that this provides what you need, or at least a start.
Listen, every single small coin, whatever it is, it all builds up to something bigger.
Yes.
And we continue to tell each other that it's like, okay, our savings account might be small today, but listen, we are going to put the work, we're going to put the hustle, and it's going to grow, and we're going to get what we want. The payoff is going to be beautiful at the end.
I think so.
Thank
too.
you so much.
It is my pleasure.
Thank
But that's
you.
not all. We're also going to give both of you, if you guys do not have market on these days, a seat in our 10X by 2025 Growth Plan Strategy Boot Camp.
When is that?
That's January 11th through the 12th at the Dallas Entrepreneur Center, 2-day event, and it is going to answer a lot of your questions on how to develop a growth strategy plan and an action plan, a marketing strategy, and how to determine whether or not you're making the right decisions to be profitable.
I think we're definitely going to be available for that.
That
Thank
would be
you.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome. It is our way to help you guys stay in business and to grow.
Yes, and that's the goal. It's especially in the food and beverage industry. I mean, you know, the competition is real.
Yes.
I think in almost any business, because there's always another business like you,
Yeah.
either working harder or 10 steps ahead of you. And
Yes.
that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be 10 steps ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this conference may be the best way to help us stay ahead of the game.
Oh, you will be very surprised as to what you will learn and how you will grow after that boot camp.
Thank you so much.
It is my pleasure.
Okay, add it to the calendar now.
Oh my God. So what did you find out?
So I found out that there are 4 areas that they really want to focus on in their business. They want to focus on building a relationship with their customers. So they need to implement a CRM system. They also need to build a website so that they can have a way to book their customers and collect more data so that they can keep their leads warm as they begin to expand and go mobile. And then we want to talk about how can they go mobile in an efficient way. And I think they're going to choose a van versus a large food truck to begin their journey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. I'm so glad you had fun.
Me too.